Good morning, everybody. That's right. Time for another morning. Surprise morning. So we're doing another morning feed. Links are over at Wiley page. I haven't got the whole CMP thing set up yet, but I want to say good morning to you all. How y'all doing today? So we pop a chat here so I can see what you guys are going to say to me, and let's have some fun. Let's chat. Hey, Robbie Mac, how you doing, buddy? Great to see you back in the mornings. Great to be here in the morning. Ooh. Nothing like flavored water to wake me up in the morning. So it's great to be back. Great to be doing this. Last night we had a very good, well, not very good. I was waiting for communication errors and things got goofed up last night for 3D talk, but I managed through it, being the only one on for an hour, and listening to people talking about bearings and everything else, and started learning a little bit more about the bearing idea. It's like I've seen bearings crunchy too. You have no idea what I've seen in bearings. It's actually scary. If you've ever worked in automotive technology, you should see some of those bearings I pulled out of old cars. Oh boy, were they chewed up and torn apart. I'm talking like I just found round bearings squared. That's how bad bearings I've seen. So bearings on a 3D printer, totally different ball game. But yeah, I was just thinking to myself that I remember dealing with bearings that I saw just like, wow, just torn to shreds. It's amazing what you can see in these in vehicles and everything else, but bearings in a 3D printer, I was a little lost, and I know that was more in the room of our good friend Daniel, who did join us and talked a little bit more about that. So that was fun. So tomorrow I head off to the Makerspace tomorrow evening, and gonna find out about some. Going to talk to them. Going to see what they think, and who knows? I may have to bring the brains over to the KW Makerspace and or Quartz Lab, and have them have a look at the brain and see if we can figure out what's going on with the CR10. What you do see in the picture on our main page, you see that has Naturothan on there. You'll see the CR. You'll see the Ender 3 is there too. It was after it did a few prints. I just snapped a picture and said, okay, that's my front wall. Why not? It's not the best picture of my area, but it's the only picture I got. So, hey, Vince, thanks for coming on also, buddy. I do appreciate everybody that shows up in the morning streams. Like I said, links are still in Wiley's code. So if you guys want to go over the Wiley, and then get the code and jump on in, you're more than welcome to. Always love having you guys in the chat. You know, it's always fun to have more than just me, the talking head, going at it. And I got the warning again that hangouts are going. They haven't said when. It just might just go. At least we got Streamlabs set up. So a StreamYard, I should say, set up. So if anything goes, I can always go back to StreamYard and still have these hangouts. I won't be able to sit 10. We'll get about, I think, 4 in a chat at once. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to do that. So, gotta start printing again. Last night's print, I don't know what happened. I'm not talking about the print itself, but going to talk about the weirdness I got off of Kira last night. It fell on the floor, so give me a moment here. I don't know how this fell on the floor last night, but it was on the floor when I got in here, so just didn't pick it up. But I had under extrusion going on there, like bridging issues. I have no idea what was causing this to go funky like this, but yeah, for print, and it just went horribly wrong. Like nothing is good on this. This is like a terrible print. I'm not sure what caused it. I'm going to go through my settings in Cura and try to fix this up right now while I've got you guys on the while we're all here. So let's go and have a look at this print and see what the heck happened with this. Wait for Kira. How's everyone doing this morning? Anything new? Anything cool? So let me go share this to you guys and we can talk a little bit about it. Cancel. This is what I want. So there it is in Kira. Now, some thought to me, instead of printing this up, I could. Well, first of all, we gotta move this thing because this thing is all goofed up. So let's rotate it here. Some said to print it standing up. Now that is an option, but with the weird shapeness of it all, I would probably have to print it in a weird motion. Like that might be, yeah, that is a little weird because, well, that might work. But then these would be considered walls, and I would have to definitely strengthen up the wall. But this looks like it has a little bit of too much of an overhang over, so that if I was to print it, there was too much of a hang. I don't know. Robbie, you were in the drama. Never mind. I was mentioned. You were mentioned, and then he deleted his tweet right at around an hour after he posted it. He deleted the tweet. I saved it though. I was asking others if anybody knew what was going on with that because it was the weirdest remark I've ever seen posted, and I was like a little concerned. Honestly, I was concerned. I usually don't get like that, but what I was going, yes. Well, he went on apparently around 2 o'clock in the morning and started up again. So, I'm not sure what that was all about. If he was just feeling better and just wanted to if he apologized, I don't know. But a lot of people were very concerned about what was going on last night, and I wasn't the only one that got. I got a whole bunch. You're seeing a whole bunch more. Oh no, no! I do not want to know this. I didn't see this in the morning when I got up. I checked my notifications. Everybody was talking about Japan last night with me. So, but yeah, a lot of people were like, "Oh, an apology was tweeted out this morning." I didn't see that. Did you forget to? Did you forget to tag me in that? Let me see if I can find that. I didn't see it posted towards me, so. So. There it is. Oh yeah, I'm just looking at it right now. I just found it. Yeah, you should have tagged everybody. You should tag the rest of us too that were involved in that. Said, as a big man, I can admit when I'm wrong. BS said on the stream. And here yesterday I was wrong. There's no excuse in it. And I do apologize to every, including Barnacle. I let lack of sleep, empty stomach, and rum affect my judgment. I truly apologize to this community. God bless. Well, that's good to hear. But yeah, yeah. So Barnacle is like, yeah, thank you for the apology, but he's going to keep him blocked. So should be interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. I think I am going to print it the opposite way around here because I am seeing these overhangs. I'm like going, the overhang on this side is not as bad. Now I gotta flap that rotation down. I'm going to check and see if there's any problems. So let me go create supports or generate supports if need be. Tree supports. Okay, touching build plate. Angle support if it's over 50. Prepare. It says 2 hours and 5 minutes. Let me look at the settings here. Well, I need supports. Yeah, it's going to add a little support right there just to hold it in place. But other than that, it's just to keep the holes that are in the side here open. So that's good. Other than that, I think that's the best way to generate the print. What do you guys think? Looking at this. 75. I'm going to turn that down. Let's do that at 65. Prepare. Traction. 12's better than nothing. 103, 210, 205, 5 grid. Yep. 333. Oh, that's why I went 3.6. Oops. Sorry, not 1.5. I want 1, 2. Okay, prepare. Ooh, 5 hours? I wasn't hoping for that. I was hoping to cut it down a little bit. So it wouldn't be so many hours. Yuck. When I laid it flat, let me go stop screen sharing and I'll show you guys what happened. So I laid it like this. And as the nozzle started working on the corners here, it bulged it out and caused some weird artifact carving into the plastic. made it even weaker in certain areas. Like I can press and it goes right through, and it did not form properly. So I'm going to try printing it horizontal and see what happens. Like, I mean, it got a nice backing on that. Like, that back is gorgeous, but the front turned out horrible. Bottom, the top part. Look at all that fraying and that plastic weirdness that goes on the top there. Yeah, I tried putting it flat on its back because when I first got the piece, it was like this on my print plate. I went, oh, that's not right. Let's flip it over and print like that. 3 hours. It's 4 hours. I was like, fine, 4 hours is not a lot of time. This time I'm printing it at 5% infill. 10% is a little bit much for strength wise. It's not needed. Got to make sure all the walls have enough thickness, which is 3 layers, which is more than enough thickness. Top, bottom, and wall counts are all at why is it for 2? No, normal 1.5. Fine, 1. Semi-nozzle for 4, but prepare that again. I wonder if it was under extruding. Goes set for 2. That could be a possibility. And because supports are generated in this, nope. So I'm just like playing around with this, trying to get this to print properly. I think the supports are in there, but I'm not seeing it now for some strange reason. Like I'm holding this right now and it's hard as a rock, so I'm not too worried about shipping. I might rub it. I may put this in like a bubble wrap envelope when I send it off, but yeah, it's pretty solid all around piece. So I'm pretty happy with doing 3 infill, 5% infill. If you guys think that's a little bit little, yeah, but I don't want this printer to be going all night long. Just something I personally do not like to do. To run my printer 24/7, like some of you guys like to. It's not that I don't trust it; it's that I just don't trust it. In a way, like I don't trust. How can I put this? I don't trust everything will go as well as I'm hoping it will go. Like I always have fear that this printer is going to do something really weird and just do something totally not what it's supposed to do, like totally combust into flames or something like that. Is it a little overreacting? Maybe. But I mean, just don't trust it. Is that wrong not to trust your printer? I mean, yeah, we've all had those prints that turn into spaghetti after a while, but I can see that happening again. Just saying. So, anyways, I'm gonna get this thing saved to disk. I'll be back in a second. But guys, if you want to come in, Links are always in Wiley's Discord. If you're part of the Discord, you can get in there and join us and come in and chat with us. It's an open chat. Basically, it's open to the people that are a part of the 3D printing community that always come in the morning and chat with us. So that is there. And I decided to do this Monday because number one, I was up. Number two, no one else is doing it right now. And number three, why not? I mean, it's good morning, right? I have no freaking clue why it did that. That's why I'm going to try printing it this different way. And I agree with you. Yeah, the low infill, low layer height, and only 3 layers on top is why it looks crap on the top. Well, no, not really, because I printed this before and it looked perfectly with these settings. I always do low infill, dude. And I've had prints turn out amazingly well. Even some of the large 3D prints I print at low infill and with no problems. Could try ironing, yeah, but it only did 1 layer on top. It didn't do 3 layers on top, and that's what got me a little concerned. Why did it only do 1 layer on top when it's set for 3s? Like, I mean, if you look at that, you can tell it's only 1 layer on top. 3 layers is thick enough, honestly. Give you guys an idea. This piece right here, that's 5% infill. And that's not without ironing on or anything like that. I printed other parts at that same settings, and yeah, but why is it only 1 layer printed though? See, if you look at it again, that is not 3 layers on there, dude. That's only 1. That is 1 layer. And the bridging should go across that with no problem. I've done bridge tests on the Ender 3. It can do that. Yeah, it is 1 layer. I'm looking at it right now, and I can tell you right now, that is 1 layer because I should not be able to see the infill in that with no problem whatsoever. I'm seeing the infill. So I only put down 1 layer. I'm almost positive on that. And looking at how it did it, like I can put my finger across here and I can feel it right through I can feel it right through the layers. Usually on this, I don't feel it. This I can feel through it. I'm not even putting in much weight. I'm just rubbing my finger on it. I can tell that this was only 1 layer. Why it printed 1 layer, I have no clue. Now I've had this happen on another print I did not too long ago where it only put 1 layer down. It didn't put those 3 layers down for the top. It just put down 1 layer. I reprinted it again. It turned out perfect. So something went wrong in the G code. I have a feeling. Something was missing, and it just decided to go, oh, well, I don't know how to do this, so I'm just going to lay down the 1 layer. Honestly, I think this is what happened in this one. But like I said, I'll try again and see what happens. If it does it again, then I'll go higher on the infill. But I've never had infill do this to me before like it did. And honestly, the higher your infill is really kind of like wasting plastic in a lot of ways. I want to make this light enough that I can ship it without having a high shipping cost because this is being mailed out to somebody and being used for something. So I can't really get into much detail than that, but that's about it. Like I go higher on infill, like I'll go up to 10 if it doesn't print out right this time around. But yeah, it fell through the infill. No, I've done this print many, many, many times. I've done weird cube like objects. Like just say this for instance, okay? This right here, if it was filled inside, I could bridge across with no problem. Even at um even at 5%, I've done it before. On a size like this, a cube idea. Did it for a print for a customer. Turned out perfect. So it's something went wrong in the G code. I'm almost 90% sure that there was a G code error and it just couldn't accept it. So I'm going to run this right now, get it loaded up and get working on it. So give me a moment. There we go. Okay, so I'm back. Well, I'll try it again. If it turned out perfect, then I'll just show it to you. Simple as that. But I've done these type of prints, weird print sizes before, without this happening before. So save to removable drive. Stitching build plate 12. Yeah, because let's go and now I can't even see the drive. The heck is it doing? Why did you eject the drive? It didn't tell you to eject the drive. Delete that bin file. Save to removable drive. There we go. Well, we'll try again. See what happens. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, doesn't. I've had to print weird stuff before. Like I printed out tell you the truth, the print I did for the what is it, for the mural for Maker Noob, printed that one out. Had the same type of issue, printed sideways, and I had to print it on a weird angle and worked out perfectly. Cleaned up really well. Thing is, FDM printing is not. Oh, it's there and it's not there in a lot of ways. Take for instance, when you do SLA printing, Sometimes SLA, you got to set it up in such a way that will print out properly, and some ways it doesn't. No, I've done it at 3, dude, and it's turned out perfectly. Not like a square. I'm talking like these type of prints. Sometimes you just got to print it in a direction that doesn't make any sense, but it works. I've seen it done. I've ran into this problem before. Give you an instance. I'm printing out these things for a friend. Basically, they're flat stands. They're about the size of a CD case, and what they're meant to be is stands. The problem is that when I was printing them with the bottom down, they would get all weird around the corners and the edges and everything else. Printed it like this, and it printed properly. So it's just FDM. Sometimes things don't print the way that they should. Sometimes we gotta figure out orientation, what works better on the printer. Sometimes filament can act weird and doesn't stick, doesn't want to do what it's supposed to do. Print it a different way and it works. It's random in a lot of ways. So I'm going to throw this in the printer. We'll see what happens. Well, I printed it with the flat layer down first, and I got that. So even if I increased it to 5 layers, the problem is that the top is not being covered properly. So I'm going to try printing it sideways, and we'll see if that's going to work. It might just do the trick. I don't usually go anything above. When it comes to 5 layers, I usually stick around 3 layers for all corners, edges, and that type of stuff. I had no problem with that. I've had no problem with being at 5 infill. Everything usually prints out pretty damn good and solid at a 5 infill. But like I said, this is print is I'm using a different filament, which I'm not used to using, which is a silk filament of PLA, and sometimes that prints really well. Sometimes it prints out junky, and it's just the way it prints sometimes. It's one of the brands that I've had for a long period of time kicking around that I've just never had a use for, but for this print, it makes sense to use this filament. And we're going to see how it works out. So I'm going to pop this back in and see how it goes. Give you a little weird story anyway, since this filament right here. This is a roll of orange color fat PLA. This stuff prints gorgeous when it prints. When I got halfway through the roll, I've had nothing but under extrusion that makes no sense. I've had nothing but headaches with this. This stuff has been a royal pain to print with. Now, I know this looks like there's crossover, everything else there isn't. But I had to re-roll this halfway through the roll because I ran into tangles. Now, that could have been my fault. User error, which can happen. But at the same point is that I've had nothing but headaches trying to get this stuff to print onto anything. I've had under extrusion. I've had weird mishaps with it. It has been my not to go to filament. But I'm just saying, like, it under extrudes. Like, I mean, here, let me show you. Top part, printed perfectly. It looks perfect, right? No, it doesn't. Because you look in the back here, we have under extrusion here. We have under extrusion here and here. Printed it like I printed anything else. Normal, supports, not in there because it needed supports according to Cura time. And I just regularly printed it because it printed out this top and bottom perfectly. Yet when I printed the box, 14 hours later, went back to it, found under extrusion. Oh my God, it's Ron. Derek, if you want to jump in over at oh my God, it's Ron. Over in Wiley's Discord. You can jump in there. Dude, I've been doing this every Wednesday for the last couple weeks. Did this 2 weeks ago Wednesday, last Wednesday. Today I'm doing it today. We did a 3D talk on Sunday, so Ender 3XL is coming. Oh boy. What's the Ender 3XL? Is that going to be like 300 by 300 by 350? Is going to be the CR10 killer? Okay, later. Always fun when Derek Jones said, if you're not a fan, if you never watched it's called 3D printing, subscribe to him. He's actually a very good guy. Does a lot of great work all the time. So let's go over to the camera here and we'll see how it's looking. Plus. Now I got to do this a certain way. Now, how do I do this? Display capture, game capture, image slideshow, media source. Take that off. Oh no, that's default. Not that one. Okay, now if I can remember how to do this. Not browser. Is it scene? It's been a long time since I've used this one. Interesting. Wouldn't let me add a scene. Well, join the policy. Thank you for doing that, and I am going to report that. Report it. There we go. Taken care of. Spam bots. Basically, that's what it was that said that in there. So there's a way to bring back the video in from I think I'm just trying to remember what source it is from Octoprint. Actually, 192.168. I think it's .16 if I remember correctly. Nope. Okay, well that's easy enough to find it. Yes, you were responsible. You caught it, which is great. Rymac wins. Robbie Mac for the kill. Ah, it's 17. That's why I can't see it. Okay. There we go. Oh, what is it? There we go. Never. Not now because I don't know what I'm doing with this. Interesting. I'll be back in a second, guys. Ugh. Okay, so something's going on with the webcam. It's not detecting it. Let's try this temperature control again. Webcam is not working. Why is the webcam not working? Okay, so something's going weird in here. Webcam's acting. My webcam on my printer. The print's acting weird. Don't know why it's doing that, but it is. Hey, John Mac. Here's a cookie. Don't you know the cookie? Don't you know all the Dark Side Hazard cookies? We love giving them chocolate chip cookies away. There he is. No, I'm having issues with the Octoprint in the last couple days. It's just like not detecting the webcam. Keeps on telling me I have under voltage. Yet it's a brand new one I put in. Yeah, it's brand new power supply on there, brand new everything. So, and it was rated at 3 volts. I'm like going, don't get this. Let's see if we can get this thing going again. I just rebooted it. Same reload now. Reload. There we go. Now I can see my camera. I'm not getting lower voltage or anything again. Great. It's a little lopsided, but it works. So let me see if I can get this to connect properly now. It's tools, webcam. There's the webcam information. Now all I have to do is get the source plugged in. Plus, media source, no. Image, game catcher, code source. I use browser, but browser put the window around. But what the heck? So let's say 800 by 600. Yeah. V. And I need this part. Add this into it. Control V. There we go. Take out one slash. It's my alarm clock going off. See if it can see this. Yeah, enter. There we go. So I'm going to shorten this up. I'm just going to close this. So there it is, printing away happily. It's just like a monitor print to make sure everything works okay. And yes, I am running TH3D's own the probe. I find the probe works great. No, nothing wrong with the probe. It actually works pretty well for what I need it for. I am looking at going with a BL Touch for the CR10, only because it's such a bigger build plate. And I want to see if there's any difference that I notice in printing quality from the CR10 to the Ender 3, just for comparison, for fun. But that's until I get this Ender 3, the CR10 figured out. Once I get that CR10 figured out, then I'll be a more happier camper. Hey, Tanner. So, Ricky, question for you, buddy. Are you going out live on this Tuesday? Because if Ricky's going to be doing it on Tuesday, that's going to be great. And I always enjoy watching. I don't watch it. Oh, you'll be driving to St. Louis. Oh, okay. Because I don't watch him live. I watch him after the fact he's done his show. Because usually I'm not up. But I do enjoy watching your Blender videos. So just let you know, in case you don't, in case you're just curious, want to hear from your friend. Yes, we do watch you. I do watch you when it's after the show's over with. Just because I don't get up in the mornings anymore. I'm bad for that. Hopefully, you have a great drive up to St. Louis. Ah, okay. That makes sense. I mean, that happens. Like I said, I will jump in on Wednesday and fill the hole, which I've been doing lately. So, just let you guys know that Wednesday we'll do this again. And come in, guys. I mean, honestly, I'm just here by myself. I'm the only one here. And, if you guys want to jump in, I'm more than willing to have you guys jump in the conversation, chat with me, have some fun. I mean, I remember when we did this, what was it about? A year ago? I started doing the nighttime streams and we would have everybody jump in, Everybody would just come on in and chat and just joke around and everything else. But mornings it's tough because I know that a lot of you guys aren't home in the morning, like have jobs in the morning and just can't jump on. I get that. It sucks. I'm in the same boat where I'm right now looking for work, but at the same time, since I don't have a job, I do this in the morning just to say hi, how you doing? And that's why I was on with Wiley all the time because really, why not? I mean, something to do. I hear you on that one, right, Mac. I know, but you guys got to admit it was fun watching Wiley, just work away. I was with double today. That's okay. I understand. I'm like I said, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it was, it's a miss camaraderie that we used to have, where everybody was on all the time. But you know what? Mornings are tough, and I get that. Just miss it a little bit. That's all. I guess because I mean, Wiley is that knack for just being on here and being able just to talk to everybody and have interesting conversations and joke around. Me, on the other hand, I'm just a small YouTuber that's met the community more than once, have fun chatting with the community. But yeah, I don't know. But I also understand the commitment of work and everything else. And I mean, I get that 100%. I understand that. Heck, I should be working by now, but haven't found anything that's a job yet that would be a good job for me to take on. So yeah, I think today I'm going to be dropping over at the makerspace in the at the library today and drop off some of my smaller prints, like the small printed vase, another benchy maybe, or better yet, I'll bring in this one and the other flexi over to the makerspace bar where they just say, "Where's Colin when you need him?" Yeah, where is Colin this morning? He hasn't jumped in. Yeah, maybe I'll jump in tomorrow on I should say Wednesday stream, but yeah, I'm gonna drop off these over at the library just so they can have a look at them and see the difference between PET and PLA. Like this thing is flexy. Like I mean, like look at this, flexy. This thing, not so much. It's squeaky. So it doesn't bend. It's not doesn't always flex too well. So, but this one does. And like I said, could drop that off too. So gotta go to the makerspace, drop some stuff off. Gotta post these up soon. So I'm gonna post the reprint that I made of these two things soon, so that you guys can print this off if you want to. It's just a remix of the originals, resize them a little bit better so they will print easier in PLA and will hold pieces of PLA in it. This is the one thing I can never print right. I don't have to look at the octopus. I printed the octopus, and I think I had a layer shift on my first one. The second one I printed, the nose became drippy. I don't know if you can see that there, but you can see on an angle how much of the filament kind of dripped a little. So I have to clean that up and, you know. You're getting squeaky and don't flex well either. Hey, Red Light, how's it going? Oh, you missed a lot. You missed a lot. He basically went on a drunk tirade against Barclays. We don't know why. Drunk tirade. And while he was drunk, he passed out on the stream. He was like snoring away. Drank way too much and then went on a tirade. It was not a pretty picture, let's just put it that way. And is un-American. Okay, yeah, I know he has a big thing against. I know that he does not like Trump, and I know he likes everybody. He likes what Trump does. No, each to his own. But politics should never come into 3D printing. Just saying. Yeah, I don't know what it was all about. I didn't watch the stream. I could give a care less, but I know that he did apologize to Barclays. He was acting like last couple of days I've noticed, and I don't know what's going on with Shom, but he's done some really weird um not weird things, but he's had some weird actions lately. No, but he's like, I mean, he's done some weird, like even Roy Mack apologizes for what he said. Honestly, dude, you said what you had to say. You felt it was the right thing to say. I don't knock you for that, man. You feel bad about it, but at the same time, yeah, it was a good thing for what you did. You may not see it now, but maybe when you look at it, you'll understand what I mean by that. But I can understand where you're coming from too, man. I understand you didn't want to say the things to him. You felt bad after the fact, but what I'm saying is don't feel bad for your actions because your actions were pretty straight on. I've been fine. I've been doing, stuff, been getting stuff done, just be me. Don't know if I'm going to be doing a Wednesday stream yet, only because I got some things I have to get done, and that might interfere with the stream, unfortunately, for Wednesday. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do my Wednesday stream. I'm going to try to, but no guarantees. Yeah, the screen did freeze on. Well, it looked like it was frozen, but I could tell because the music was still playing and he wasn't reacting to anything. He wasn't saying anything yet. You could still hear audio coming through his microphone. I kind of knew like it wasn't frozen, but it was kind of frozen. Hey, 3D Gunner or Gusher. I if I'm pronouncing that wrong, I don't mean to. Yeah, extra fried, extra dead. Yeah, he basically drunk. He got himself into a drunken stupor and fell asleep on stream. A lot of people were going, "Hey, is he awake?" And I know even Barclays popped in and said, "Is he okay? Does anybody know who may need some help?" You know, it was different. Funny and not funny. Yeah, I put it more not funny in the sense, but yeah. Okay, so let's put this out there. He's a good guy, but lately, what I've been noticing, kind of a onslaught, like a raise up level here, is that usually his daytime streams aren't him drinking. It's usually him sanding, painting, coming up with ideas, really sharp. Last couple of his streams, he's been drinking a lot. Now, yeah, that might not be too concerning, but he's done some stuff that can be worse. That can be a worry. How can I put this? I've seen people in that state. Um, I've seen friends in that state, and now they're waiting for because they he got copyright strike for the stream too. Ooh, ouch! I didn't know he got a copyright strike. Yeah, and that's the thing. I know people that need like new livers, need new kidneys because they were stupid and went and became and got addicted to drinking way too much, and they're on dialysis list. They're on lists for new kidneys. They're on lists for new livers, and it's no, he didn't. The stream was still up after I ended my stream last night, and I was showing clips to offline, of course. I wasn't online anymore, to Daniel, and I showed it to Luke. Luke's like, "Holy crap, what happened to him?" Daniel's like, "Whoa, he's really, yeah." I mean, I don't mean to be mean to the guy, but I think he might have a problem. And I don't know. I I've been around friends that have gone through the ups and downs of alcohol abuse, and yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to harp on it, but that stream was not a good stream. And don't get me wrong, I like to partake in a little bit of alcohol. I like to feel fun. I like to have, a few drinks. It would probably also the copyright engine. The copyright engine is basically an evil little machine. Um, I have a copyright strike for one of my videos I posted a few years back on one of my other streams because I made it private and I sent it to a friend just showing him because he was looking for a new speaker and I was like, hey, for a shower and I said, hey, have you looked at this little speaker, which is a little speaker I have, it has something come on it. It's meant to go in your shower. It's meant to go into a wet area, and the speaker is an excellent loud speaker. And I was showing it to a few friends, and I got smacked with copyright. Even though it was made private, I got smacked with copyright because I had a copyrighted music playing in the background. Nothing I could do about it. It was what music I had available on my phone, so I just played that and videotaped it. No, I get the Tanner. 100%. I understand where you're coming from too. Hey, printing llama, 3D printing llama. How you doing, buddy? But hey, I thought you were going to do a stream in the afternoon. Did it? Weren't able to make it work? I know you were saying, Tom, on Twitter that you were going to do a fun in the country basement fill in, but I don't remember seeing you go live, or was that just kind of like an idea that didn't work? Oh, you did yesterday. Weird. I didn't see the stream pop up at all. Okay. Yeah, it didn't show up on my stream feed. So that's what I was asking if it happened or not. Frowning in the city attic. Yeah, it didn't pop in my feed. So that's what I was asking if it happened. No, it just never popped up in my feed. I was busy with other stuff. I checked on YouTube. It didn't say he went live or anything. I was like going, oh, okay. I guess it didn't happen. That's why I asked. It just didn't pop up, honestly. Like I mean, I would watched it. I like to have a few too. Get me wrong, but I've seen people, drink way too much, and that's all I'm saying. It might sound like I'm being down on the guy. I was just worried. Truthfully, that's it. Let's see if he's in my feed here. Weird, Lamb was out of my feed again. Interesting. That would answer a few things. No, it says unsubscribed. Yeah, Drowning into the Attic, done 15 hours ago. Why are you not giving me alerts? Why was my alerts turned off for him? Oh. Yeah, it looks like you pulled down the drinking video finally. Well, have fun, Tanner. Oh, great. What did you do? What did you do? Tell us, Tom, what did you do? Okay, you still have a few more minutes? Okay. Yeah, I don't want you to be late for anything or anything like that. I'm just trying to figure out what type of poll did you put up on there. Oh, 80s, yeah. We're young and yeah. Oh, it's 10 a.m. somewhere in the world. Let's put it that way. Personally, myself, drinking that early, can't see it. But then again, I remember when the Olympics were in Vancouver, and the game was at like 11 a.m. For playing Canada versus USA for the Olympic game. I remember going to the bar, ordering a beer. It was at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and at 9 o'clock they got permission to open up the bar early. And I remember drinking a beer at like 9 o'clock in the morning. Then again, also I just got off of work, so it was like my evening for me. So in that case, it's like, yeah, well, it's like your time where it would be like 8 a.m. for you guys. It'll be like going to work. Me, it'll be just like, I'm going to bed soon. And I'll grab a beer, drink a beer before heading off to bed. But yeah, like I only have like one or two beers, and that's about it. And then I'll just call it a night. When I used to work midnight shifts, and it helped me sleep. That's the best thing I can say. It helped me a beer before I went to bed, and I was out like a light. Man, I also remember working nights at clubs. Worked for a bar that used to close at 2 a.m., get out by 4, get home around 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, understandable. Used to watch UFC. Don't watch it anymore. It UFC now feels like the WWE. It's like wrestling. Don't know if it's fake or if it's real, but 90% of it I have a feeling is fake. I remember when the UFC was like, Ultimate Fighting Championship, and it was basically you watch people die in the ring fighting. I remember when the UFC was that violent, and then it got banned on a whole bunch of a whole bunch of things just banned it. Then it came back. It's been better, but yeah. Ugh. 5 second death punch? No, this was a fight. It was pretty bad, and it was really a nasty hit. The guy roundhouse the guy, hit the nose up like this, and the way the foot went, it went like that to his nose, pressed the bone in here, fractured the sculpture, and the guy died basically on the from the hit. And I remember that day, I remember reading about it, and it's like, whoa, okay, that's nasty. And they kind of said you cannot hit uh unless it's direct punches to the face, direct hits to the face. There's like certain rules about where you can hit on the face, but most of it is now pretty tamed down to what UFC used to be, which was really up there, which was like a no hold bars, anything goes type fight. And yeah, I remember when it was a blood mat, when they used to be blood, just basically, as my friend called it, the blood pool, because you just see pools of blood everywhere. Yep, not this much worse than blood. Yeah. Um, when UFC, I know, changed their rules back. Oh God, a couple of years after that, basically 2 years after that. Actually, it was a month after it happened. They reviewed all the information, but I know that UFC has now really cleaned up their act, and they're a lot better now when they used to be. How goes the concert, Ricky? I'll have to look up the article. I'll have to look up the article and find out which one it was. It might not be UFC. It might have been another champion company that was in UFC. I know Pride used to have a fight that was Pride Fight Championship that was in Japan. That one is brutal too. Might have been that one. I know it was one of the two, and there was like some guy died on the floor because they weren't because basically um rules allowed something to happen, and I forget how it worked out, but it worked out that it was considered a criminal act or something like that. I have to look up the whole storyline. I know I got it somewhere on my hard drives here. I remember reading about it. I remember bookmarking it. I just gotta look it up. Cause I think UFC is owned by is UFC owned by Titan Entertainment. Okay, it's William Morris Endeavors owns it. Okay. Whew. It was sold for $4 billion. William Morris Endeavor has got it for 4 billion. It used to be a subsidiary of Zuva LLC. So yeah, and I say here. And now seems like a whole bunch of companies are involved in it now. Multi-billion-dollar enterprise. Also, the UFC is now. Yeah, they've really become big money. Yeah, they said there's a really interesting. They're talking about the early years all the way to when they had the controversy where they had a reform. So there is some stuff on the Wikipedia talking about some of the fights and some of the stuff that happened. Huh. Interesting. So according to this, there was like rules that they couldn't show it anymore, but they used to show it just on direct TV for all the preview for all those previews. So that's kind of interesting. The Ultimate Fighter, I remember about that show. Kind of went okay, and then it kind of just disappeared. Pride acquisition integration. Yeah, I heard that they bought up the Pride fight series. There's a lot in here in the Wikipedia article about this. If you guys want to see it, I'll post it in the chat here. Oops, why did I go to Vitamin Geek? So there it is. UFC Ultimate Championship Fighting. I don't know, Ultimate UF, Ultimate Fighting Champion. Was there an issue with USC? One of their members went crazy and attacked a bus or something like that. That was a little bit weird too. No WWE stuff. I know it's like 90% of that stuff is fake. It's like, yeah, accidents happen, but it's all scripted. It's all like orchestrated. Um, really good thing about WWE. I believe it was Hulk Hogan was on a show and they were talking with him. He's like, 90% of the stuff we know is scripted, but there was a lot of stuff that went on that wasn't scripted. Like he talked about Andre the Giant, how much he used to drink. And also, Jake the Snake Roberts, I think was on an episode of Joe Rogan and also said the same thing. He used to drink a lot, 6 a.m. in the morning. Let's go drink. And I used to look at him and go, what do you mean we're going to go drinking at 6 a.m. in the morning? We're going to go drinking. We need beer. He said, yeah, Under the Giant was like to drink. Didn't matter what time of the day it was. He always had a beer on him. And this is like, wow. Some of the stories you read, it's just like, wow. Some of these people, that you watched on TV, you didn't realize they were that crazy in real life. That didn't sound good. Check something here. I'll be back. Interesting. So something caused it to pop, and now it was air printing. So I just had to stop it there. Weird. Would do air print like that. Well, still we got 3 people watching, so that's better than nothing, I guess. And 1 thumbs up. Well, that's better than nothing. Yeah, what I really don't like about this program now is that YouTube has turned off everything that I can monitor what's going on. Like, so you used to tell me how many people were watching in the Hangouts. They turned that off. They turned off the eye, which would show you how many people were watching. It would show you live. It would give you all the information. I understand that, really, 100% I do. And it's just like they've changed so much about the YouTube algorithm. It makes it hard even for people to find things. Okay. It's good to know that you're still here, Vince. And yeah, I'm probably going to call it a day now because it's already 10. It's almost 11 o'clock, and I am feeling a little tired. So I'll probably call this the end of an episode today. Um, yeah, I know you guys are all there, but the chat has been pretty quiet today. So probably if I did this on the 4th of July, I probably have more people watching. But hey, after that, anyways. So hopefully you guys had a great 4th of July. I know I had a great Canada Day recently. So I'm going to call it a night. Oh, you've been there. He is. Now he shows up. Colin. Now he shows up. Just when I'm real ready to call it a day, he shows up. Anyways, guys, I'm going to kill the stream. If you still want to jump on, the link is going to be the long night. Yeah, I know you were on last night with us, but I am going to call this an end. I'll leave it as I'll still be around. So if you guys want to jump in after the fact of the sentence, you can and chat inside. If not, thank you for coming in. So thanks everyone. Have yourselves a great day. Bye now.